Lamar promptly reminded me that I need to hate a little bit more. And I have made no secret about hating some of the bottle designs in my collection. So this is going to be bottles that I absolutely hate. This is all in fun, of course. So if this is your favorite bottle, that's good for you. But all of these either just like, they just do something not good in my spirit, or it's honestly just user functionality. And that's why I don't like it. But if you're new here, hey, I'm Chi Chi and I talk about all things lavish but logical. So if that's your sort of thing, go ahead, subscribe, make some friends in the comment section, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. We're just gonna grab and go and discuss, starting off with Bond. I freaking hate this bottle so much, mainly because it's so wide and it doesn't fit on like a cute little tier riser. It takes up way too much space and I just don't like how it feels in my hands. Like it's too much. Like my hand, you see that grip that I gotta do, like all manly? I don't like the grip that I have to take in order to spray this on, and I don't like it. And now they've been converting their tops to like a solid color. So if you have Greenwich Village now, this clear part is now gold, and it just makes the bottle look cheap, and I don't like that. So my Tribeca bottle does have a white cap. It doesn't have the clear one. But if anybody out there has an empty bottle of Tribeca and y'all just want me to have the beautiful clear top, let me know. Call your girl up. I'd be happy to take it off your hands. But yeah, I just don't like these bottles. And also when they're standing, they're a little bit tipsy-turvy. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful about how you sit it down. You got to make sure it's balanced, because you don't want your precious perfume to just weeble wobble and fumble over. So yeah, I hate these bottles so much. Like sometimes it looks, oh my God, it looks like a star, but no, not for my delicate hands. Oh, this one, I already told y'all. Xerjoff, specifically this line, I just don't like the bottles. The Casamarati bottles, I hate them. Mainly, and it's not even like a real hate. It's mainly because it reminds me of Johnny Bravo. This is Johnny Bravo if he had a fragrance. This is his bottle. It looks just like him. He got the Gumby hair and the broad, wide, big shoulders, you know, skinny waist. Exactly, Train. So I've never been a fan of this bottle. And I just feel like it's a little bit off balance with the broad shoulders, and then it comes in. So again, we have a little topsy-turvy situation going on. So I've never really vibed with this particular bottle. And that's the main reason why. But, and then the tassel. Then you want to throw the tassel on it. Tassels to me are like capes to superhero uniforms. It's just no capes, no tassels. This isn't graduation. I know I'm gonna ruffle feathers. Parfums de Marly. This is my absolute favorite brand. Absolutely. I stand 10 toes down on Parfums de Marly. I ride hard for Parfums de Marly. But I hate this bottle. And the main reason why, again, it's a flimsy little girl. You have to be very careful about how you place her down, or she goes quicker than a domino, okay? Just, she's gone. I speak from personal experience, because I had to rearrange my whole perfume setup back here, because I had my Parfums de Marly a little bit higher up. One day I went to go reach for something. I was literally at my counter like, oh, I had to stop. I had to pause. So I got the rearranging, brought her down a few pegs. I'm a part of a fragrance group. I must have seen about 5 posts about their Valaya bottles just crashing and just gone. So it's just Parfums de Marly bottles. I just don't like it. Then we have the damn tassel. I'm not a fan of the tassel because like, why do we need this? Why do we need this? And then for me, this might ruin it for some of you, but this is what ruined it for me. It looks like a bar of soap or a milk bone, whichever one. I can't get it out of my mind now. So now it looks like a bar of soap and it's just like, all right, cool. But I still love the brand, okay? Don't get it twisted. This is strictly user, and that is Nishane. I don't like these bottles mainly because they are so big and bulky. It doesn't feel good in my hands. The 50 ml, I've never had it physically in person, but I imagine that would be a lot better to deal with. But spraying this big old bottle, I don't like how it feels because you see, there's the sharpness that hits my hand. And then I gotta, my fingerlings are not that long, okay? So now I gotta kind of hold it at a certain angle. I'm very weird when it comes to my hands. So it's just, I feel like I'm gonna have arthritis when I'm older, but even right, like now, holding certain things, I just can't. Maybe I'm just in my full-on delicate era, but I just don't like how this feels in my hand. It feels like this is meant for a man. And surprisingly enough, Ani is very much so unisex. So it's just like, I just don't like how it feels. And then the cap, it's a nice weighty cap, something that you could throw at somebody who's coming at you. But I wish it were like magnetic. Like, can we get a little extra accoutrement? Just something. So out of all the bottles, this is probably my most hated, and it's a recent pickup, and that is from Now Woman. I hate with a passion this bottle. It's really rare when I say, oh, something looks cheap. This is one of those things. Just, this is a soft plastic and then it's mixed with a hard plastic. Shout out to the person who left a comment in, I believe, my original or like review, no, in my review video. They said I wasn't putting on the cap hard enough, like I gotta snap that thing in. Thank you for that, because now I thought it was just a weeble, like the cap was just coming off like that, but I have to actually snap it in. See, I be reading y'all comments, I be interacting. But this does something to my spirit. And this top, yes, I know like Byredo has this top, Brown Girl Jane has this top. There's something about this top. There used to be a old toy. It was like, all right, I'm showing my age. It used to be like a little circle or whatever. And then these things would have like, the top of it would look like this and it had faces and you have to push it down. I don't remember the name of that game, but you would have to push them all down. And yeah, I remember that toy. That reminds me of this. It's not a bad trigger, but I just, everything in this bottle like disturbs my spirit. When it's plasticky like that, it's just like, what are we doing here? Okay, what are we doing? So yeah, hate that bottle. And Yada, you can get it too. I freaking hate Yada. This bottle, again, it's plasticky and I don't like the feel of plastic bottles. Call me a snob, just don't call me after 11 p.m. I hate it. And then someone, again, one of you commented saying that, oh, you can remove this silver thing. Okay, yes, I can remove it. It didn't help it. It doesn't help the bottle. It's still ugly to me because it's plasticky. Like, what is this, an air freshener? At least this added a little pizzazz to it. So that's why I'm like, why would you even remove that? Like, that's kind of the best part of the bottle, only it's all plastic. It might be because of my age. I feel like, oh, if I'm spending money, like I want it to feel like I've spent money. What you're not going to do is hand me this thing that, because all it automatically I associate it with being young and, you know, you got to come up. You know, I've been there. Okay. I immediately associate it to like a Bath and Body Works spray. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with the fragrances. It's just a mental association that I have with things in plastic bottles. Okay. That's it. That's it. Call me what you want, but I stand on that. Okay. Nebras by Lattafa. I don't like this bottle. Again, it's a little too wide for my hands, and like it's not terrible. Like visually, yes, I do like it. Maybe she could have been a little bit slender. Like, give me a bottle that's slender and tall versus wide and short. I know that sounds terrible. I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about fragrance bottles. But I just feel like it takes up space as well, and it's just like where am I gonna put you? Like it just but I do like how the bottle actually looks. I like the black and gold. I'm black and gold right here, but it's just like it doesn't feel good in my hands. Out of most of these bottles, I will tolerate that one. This one pains me to say though. Kajal. I don't like y'all bottles. Again, it's user experience. I don't like spraying this bottle. Now, I do have a defective bottle, so that the cap is dislocated from the top and all that stuff. So that's beside the point. I just don't like sharp edges, okay? I don't like the sharp edges. So I'm not a fan of it. But the actual like printing on the bottle is absolutely stunning. I really love the ornateness of it, but it's still very much so like the culture. I love how it looks. I just don't like how it feels in my hand. And it's just like too big for me. And you know, now I have a little fidget spinner. Personalized. We love that. Bianco Latte. I know my ISO is like blowing it out, but Bianco Latte bottles, I don't like this either. There is not Bianco Latte. Giardini Di Toscana bottles. I don't like it. It feels weird in the hand. I love the color combination. The color combination gets me. I like the light wood mixed with the white milky tones. Cool. But this bottle scratches very easily. And then the only thing, I don't know how I feel about this Jenga top. Like I kind of dig it because it's a little bit different. But I think, again, if it were to be cut in half and vertical, I think I would like it a little bit more because I like the color combination, but I don't necessarily love how it feels in my hand. I'm all about the feels, okay? So that's why it's just like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Now, the biggest hater, me, the thing that I hate the most about bottles are things that look like things. I don't like novelty bottles. It's very rare that I do love a novelty bottle, but the biggest novelty bottle that I have goes to House of Sillage. I hate the cupcakes. I hate them. Oh, terrible. I had to change my voice. I hate these bottles so much. I know the girly girls love them. They're like, oh my gosh, the Swarovski crystals and stuff like that. I hate it. I hate it because yes, it is ornate. It's on brand, on theme for them. But what do you do with the bottle when it's empty? And I think that's my biggest concern. Is like, okay, what do I do with the Swarovski crystals when I'm done? Because these bottles aren't refillable. I might give it a pass if this was refillable. It's not refillable. I don't think anything that I've shown you is refillable. Oh wait, I think the next one might be refillable. I'm not sure. But I don't like all of the things. It's so much, and the crystals, and it looks like a cupcake, and then again, it takes up a lot of space. So it's just like, brother, brother, It's just, I don't like novelty perfume bottles. It just really gets under my skin, and like everyone goes crazy for these cupcakes, and I'm just like, not me, girl, not me. So this one, I think they might be refillable, but don't get me the line. Mugler, specifically the Angel line. Now the Alien line, I can tolerate a little bit more. It gives me very much so Fifth Element in the beginning, you know. But the Star, it looks childish. I don't like it. And again, it takes up a lot of space. And I think the old bottles, like you couldn't stand it up or something like that. And luckily this one, it has a base. Points to it still feeling small in my hand, like when I go ahead and spray it. But overall, it gives very young. And it's just like, And that's probably why I haven't reached for it, because when I look at the bottle, I don't get grown. I get young, and I should be over this. So yeah, I just don't like the look of the bottle for that. And then my newest acquisition, Forvr Mood. I hate the bottles. I just don't like how it looks. Just of all the gemstones, this is not it for me. It's like it's the color of the bottles. You Remind Me, I have it on my nightstand, and I'm like, just look alright. So I think if all of the bottles were clear, maybe I would warm up to it. But because the glass is tinted, it automatically, like, it just, she a little young. You know, it's just, like, I don't like it. It feels good in the hand. I wish the top wasn't this acrylic. I feel like we could have got something a little bit weightier, but you can't ask for the stars and the moon for $80. User-wise, it feels nice. I sprays her down, but visually, I'm just not stimulated by this bottle at all. I wish I were, but again, there's always a chance for a rebrand, and hopefully some of these bottles will take note of that. Let me know if you want to see some of my favorite bottles from my collection. Drop that in the comment section. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.